personally didn't actually make the lighting setup this sick on purpose. And I have this one over here that I'm like, can I make it brighter? Ooh, I made it brighter. Yeah, so I got a light over here and I got a candle over here. And I guess I kind of want to turn this way. Hi! It is, oh, well, let me show, yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure because I'm using my headphones because when I don't use my headphones, I just hear all the bopping around of me touching my microphone, which I still might do because the microphone's here. So I hope that you can hear me and that it's not a burden, a bother. I can also make the lights different colors. Now it's like all yellow and you can't really, like it doesn't really matter that there's a candle right here. But that might be a little bit better. And then the white, which kind of is giving, I don't know. I love lights. Oh, this. I love this. This is the one. Um, Hi. And I'm wearing a hood even though I'm a little bit hot because we do what we gotta do to make us feel the most comfortable. I went to a party this evening and it was with some people who I have met before and I can never remember until I've seen them. I'm like, I remember their names and I can't remember their faces. And then once I remember their faces, I'm like, oh, it's you. Duh. So I went to a party. I usually say no to parties. In the past month or so, I've said yes to 2 parties. So um, that's different. And there have been like parties with people who I've known, people I trust, people who I think will take care of me. I don't know, you know. And also in situations where it's like, I can leave if I need to. I don't know. I have social anxiety that I'm trying to fight through because I don't think it's actually mine either. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't know if that's mine. I don't think that's mine. I don't know if that's mine. And I'm working through it, I guess. This lighting is fucking sick. Who gave you permission to have such dope lighting? So dope that it's gonna actually inspire me to make all the thumbnails for the past previous lives that I made that don't have thumbnails. Today is October 2nd. This is the second day that I have gone live every day in October. And it might be a little bit shorter because it's been a little bit of a long day. I'm going to take a deep breath because, like, slowing down is part of what we're allowing ourselves, you know? I went to a party and then instead of sleeping all day in preparation for the party, which is my normal protocol, I suppose, I actually saw a friend this morning and then I saw another friend this afternoon. And then I went and I met a bunch of strangers. I didn't really meet a bunch of strangers. I kind of just like stood among a bunch of strangers. I'm not really a mingler. And also there were dogs. There were many dogs. So you know where I'd be at when there are animals at the party. Um, this is a live stream, by the way. No one's here right now. But you can catch the playback. And I'm here. And I count. So, and also I keep not telling anybody, hey, I'm going live. I bet like maybe 1 or 2 people would show up. Some people would show up if I like said so ahead of time, but I haven't really been announcing it. I've just been doing it and like I wanted to just, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to just see how these are served as playbacks. Yeah, I don't know. And I keep doing it from my phone, so I keep doing it kind of, you know, a selfie portrait one. If I do it on my computer at some point, which I probably will, that'll be a landscape one, and it'll be totally different. You'll see. I think I'm gonna wear this sweatshirt in all of them just to remind me that like this is an October activity, and I'm going to be doing some traveling. It looks like I'm going to be going to California twice this month, and um, and I guess, oh my gosh, it's so appropriate for me to be in a skeleton when I'm seeing 21 Pilots again. I think it's my seventh time. I think it's my seventh time. And the past two times, well, the past one time I went with my cousins, and this time we're going again. So I'm really excited because we all have a common interest in the pilots. Maybe I'll wear this. It'll be October still. Not quite Halloween, but approaching. Um, I'm tired. I'm tired, and like it's 9:55 p.m. right now, so I don't actually know if this is going to upload on the second, which is today. I don't really understand that delay. Maybe it's like the longer the stream, the longer it takes. I don't know. I'm also not really super like I'm not impatient about it. I'm willing to wait some time. I'm willing for a delay, which is what I think I keep saying. And I'm worried too that I'm repeating myself in every video. And uh, I hope that it either is interesting how much I can repeat myself, or that the things I'm saying are just like stand the test of bearing repeating. Um, I'm thinking of a song that I wrote. I can't remember the beginning of it, but I can remember the thought. Okay, I guess I can't remember the beginning of it. It's Sammy is the sickness, this bitch a little ill. I don't know moderation, I eat until I am filled. I know I'm good looking and I know if looks could kill, I'd be avoiding my reflection like I avoid how I feel. I've got an illness, I want to kill this, so I'm trying to fill this with things that I love. Got such strong emotions, gives me a devotion to avoid the ocean and not give a fuck, although of course I do. It just hurts so often, been told to toughen up, I'm pretty sure the world should soften. We're all hard enough and we're all headed for the coffin. Writing songs so I don't do the wrong thing. Proceed with caution. And I know it's hard to hear it for the normies, but I make it pretty hard to ignore me. All I need is everybody to assure me that even though I'm fucked up, you still love me and adore me. I know you do. Don't worry. I'm working on like the needing assurance. Assurance is nice, but like I also know self validation has been um, newly on the rise for my ass. If I think something is like, and look at all this, I should even back up. I love it. Oh my God, I do. Yeah, I like lights. That is something that's my favorite part of like the holidays, is all the lights. And and concerts is all the lights. Light artist. That's what I feel like I am sometimes when I'm doing like the iPad stuff. I'm like, this is light painting. The screen is a flashlight and I'm making it be different colors. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that if you see this, you're chilling. And if you're not chilling, I hope that chill comes to find you soon. If it hasn't been chill for a while, then that just means you're due. You're due for some chill. So keep it pushing. I know it's hard. It can be really hard. And it's not always, but sometimes it is. And I don't know what to do about that other than to remind you that things get better and then they get worse and then they get better again. It's not always going to be just one way, and trying to hold on to stuff that was good but it like isn't around anymore, that doesn't serve you. The things that you're able to let go of make room for the new good things that want to find you, that want to come into your life. There has to be room. There has to be space. You have to allow. And every time that we make choices, decisions are, you know, picking something over another thing. I have a lot of ideas for a lot of things that I would like to do. And like some of them maybe even like make sense to do more than others, but others of them call to me over and over, nonstop, like every day kind of stuff. Like not some ideas just like casually reach out like every couple of weeks. And then some ideas I have every day. And those are the ones that deserve not just my attention, but my progress and my action. There's stuff that calls to me every day that I also sometimes I don't answer those calls every day. And I need to work on that. I'm trying to work on that. But I'm trying to use my discernment and trust my guts. I trust my guts because because I say so. And that has to be, I have to remember. I'm like, that's enough. Because I say so is enough to get me going with something. And then it can be enough for me to stop something that's not working for me. There's, I, I understand the feeling of wanting to see something through, of wanting not to quit, of wanting to be loyal to the commitments that you made in good faith. But we're not always going to get it right, and it's important to be kind to yourself when you realize it's time to let something go. Not everything stays forever. That's something too I keep having to remember. I'm like, things come and go. And holding on to something doesn't make the staying a good time. And don't you want that? Like if you miss a good time and you're holding on to something so bad that you enjoyed at one point but you don't enjoy anymore and you don't know how to make it back there, it might not go back. Things change. Things change even if people don't. Always. Sometimes one person changes and another person doesn't, or sometimes you try to change and it doesn't go the way you wanted to, and you realize that it feels easier to go back to the old thing. And you leave people, I was going to say you leave people behind, but really you just take yourself on a backtrack while other people are advancing their lives. I've dealt with some of that. I'm like, I have a lot of my peers who don't feel like my peers anymore because they're doing so many things in their lives that like I am not. And I'm running out of like I don't know. I was going to say, I'm running out of good reasons to not be doing this shit that I've been thinking about doing. The truth is that it took me like 5 years, 6 years to get well. And then I even spent some time during that time, like regressing, like unwell. And I'm glad I noticed. And now I feel like I'm back on my shit. I feel like I'm back on track with what I need to be doing in the world. And if what you need to be doing in the world looks completely different than from what all the people around you are doing, that does not make you wrong. That makes you fucking brave if you're embracing what you feel like you need to be doing for yourself or for your community or for your family or for your friends. But like make sure you're filling your cup. Make sure you're pouring into yourself. It's important because we can't just give all the pieces of us away all the time. And there's nothing left for you. And you don't deserve to be empty. And we can't always rely on other people to fill us up. And the people sometimes we think we can count on, we can't always. So it's important to be able to feel like you can count on yourself. And if you can't count on yourself all the time, then you better have a big ass network of people who are willing to support you. Because if it's just one person, they're not always going to be able to do it. People don't always show up. So it's like the more people who you can have in your life, the more support you can have in your life. And not everybody supports the same way. Not everybody is the same level of lifeline to you, but they don't have to be. You don't have to have every single person you know you so deeply and so profoundly that like it doesn't have to be that way. You can have different connections at different levels of depth, and it's valuable to have all of them. I'm learning that. I used to not want any fucking like surface level connections, and they still are hard for me, but I would like to get better at them because I think they're important. Not everyone needs to be your best closest friend, but like also not everyone can be, and that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be in your life at all. And I've been fucking reclusive. And I'm trying to instead participate. So I went and did stuff today. And I'm going to call it a win. I almost said, like, and I'll work on tomorrow. But, like, before I think about tomorrow, I'm going to call today a win. I didn't panic at a house I'd never been to before with a lot of people who I had never met before. That's cool. Good job. And I love you. I have so much love for you. And I'm sending so much love to you. And you have all the love that you need within you. It's there. I promise. All right. Okay. I'm going to go. See you tomorrow because we're doing this every